What's up YouTube, John here. I've been using the AirPods Pro and here's the review. The AirPods Pro were released on October 30th, and after using them, I can tell you that they are better AirPods than the second gen AirPods. Music using AirPods Pro does not sound sharp, while it does with second gen AirPods. You also get more bass with the Pros than you would with second gen AirPods, so for sound quality, AirPods Pro definitely sound better. I can also confirm that your voice sounds better and clearer on a call when you're using the AirPods Pro than when you're using the second gen AirPods. The force sensors on the stems work fine. I would say they work about 95% of the time, and maybe that's due to me not pressing them properly or something, but generally I would say they're better than tapping the AirPods like you would do with the second gen ones. One press answers a call, or pauses or plays music. 2 presses skips forward to the next track. 3 presses skips back. And 1 long press and hold lets you switch between active noise cancellation and transparency mode. You can also use Hey Siri commands with the AirPods Pro, but unfortunately there's no way to use the force sensor to physically lower and increase the volume, and I really think that would be a useful feature to have. When it comes to comfort, the AirPods Pro are more comfortable of course than previous AirPods because of the silicone tips that mold to your ears, and you're also comfortable knowing that they won't fall out of your ears if you're going for a jog or you're on a treadmill. Now, the Pros are a bit heavier than the second gen AirPods, with each AirPod Pro weighing 0.19 ounces or 5.4 grams, while each second gen AirPod weighs 0.14 ounces or 4 grams. Now, in real life, neither of them feel heavy in your ear or anything, but still, it's quite a bit of a difference. AirPods Pro have IPX4 rating, meaning they're water resistant, while the previous generation AirPods aren't. Now, what that IPX4 rating means is that basically if you're using the AirPods Pro in the rain, or if water splashes on them for some reason, they would be fine. However, you can't go for a swim with the AirPods Pro. They can't handle that much water. Still though, it's a welcome improvement over the previous generations. You can also perform the ear tip fit test, that checks if the ear tips seal your ears properly. If they don't, you can always attach one of the 2 other sizes of ear tips. Have a look at the test. Now before I perform it, you'll notice that I toggle between different noise control options. You can switch between noise cancellation, transparency mode, which is like partial noise cancellation, and between having noise cancellation totally off. One thing to note is that you can't use aftermarket tips on the AirPods Pro. They won't fit. So if you need new tips, you would need to buy those from Apple at a price of $4. About noise cancellation, I think it's good, but it's not total and absolute noise cancellation. So basically, if you hear distant road noise for example, and put the AirPods Pro in your ears and put on the noise cancellation, you will hear some road noise, but it will be reduced. And if you're in a crowded coffee shop with lots of people talking, it will dim down the noise to a low level, but you will still hear some noise. Now I also want to note that sometimes when I try to connect the AirPods Pro to my iPhone, this happens. I feel it might have to do with the ear tips being oriented in a way that prevents the AirPods from settling properly inside the case. So they're not connected to it properly, and so this happens. Has this happened with anybody else? Now as far as the battery goes, it is what Apple says it is. You can get up to 4.5 hours of listening time with a single charge, up to 5 hours with active noise cancellation and transparency mode off, and up to 3.5 hours of talk time with a single charge. Your battery life will probably be shorter, of course, if you're making lots of phone calls using them, or using the force sensors a lot, or using Siri with the AirPods Pro a lot, and that makes sense. One useful thing is that you just need to put your AirPods Pro in their case for 5 minutes to get about 1 hour of listening time or around 1 hour of talk time, which is pretty cool. Now one big disadvantage of the AirPods Pro is that realistically, you can't repair your AirPods Pro or even replace their batteries. The system and package, that's basically the AirPods Pro's brain, which contains the H1 and other chips. It's so small that it's even smaller than its equivalent in the second gen AirPods. The battery, which is a button cell battery, is held in place by a soldered cable, so it's not easily replaceable or practically won't be replaceable. It is worth noting that the similar battery in the Samsung Galaxy Buds is replaceable. But anyway, also the AirPods Pro's parts are basically glued together, so you just won't be able to fix these AirPods or replace their batteries. So that's obviously a disadvantage. One other thing to note is that the AirPods Pro are priced at $249. They're certainly not cheap, but they're also the best AirPods until today. Now, do I recommend buying these? Well, all things considered, I would say that if the price is doable for you, and you're making the decision knowing all the details, and still want to have the enhanced experience that these AirPods Pro provide, then yes, I would recommend these AirPods Pro. They are a good, enjoyable upgrade from the previous AirPods. That's it for this video, guys, so thanks for watching. If you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.